FC, bringing you the final race of my Moto3 career on the MotoGP career game. And hopefully I'll be getting some decent offers from Moto2 rides in a minute at the end of this race. I've decided to skip qualifying for this race because it's my final race on the Leopard Moto3 bike. And I didn't see much point qualifying when there's nothing to qualify for. Can't win the championship. And to be honest, I would like to come from the back and just see if I can battle my way through, really. So this is how it's gonna go. We're gonna gear up here for the 4 red lights, and then they're gonna go out, and we're gonna get started. And the lights are out, and away we go for a slightly damp Valencian Grand Prix to end the season. Well, slightly damp, I say. It's bloody soaking, but we'll see what we can do. I've started 34th, and I've battled my way all the way up into... Oh, don't touch the curb. Touching the curb's a bad idea. To 31st already. See what I can do. I'll break myself slightly there. Past a few riders. I'm being leaned on there by somebody. I don't know who the hell that is. It doesn't tell you their names when they're behind you. It only tells them when they're in front of you. Past Martin and I think it was Guevara or whatever he's called. Guevara. I think I said the same thing 3 times. I'm not really sure. Cornfail. I'm down the inside of him. He's not giving up the place very easily though, is he? He's battling me. He's gone off onto the AstroTurf and made a mistake. The back wheel nearly threw him off. And he had to back off the move. Migno, who I've been having battles with all season when I was on the slower bike, and even when I've been on this bike, I've had a few races where it's gone badly wrong and I've had to race Migno. I've passed a few riders. There's Guevara and Ayo. Loy and Ono are just in front of me. See if I can make a move into Loy into this corner here. Yes, I can. Make it stick. Yes, I can as well. That was a really good move. Clean as anything. Coming up behind Ono now, one of my teammates on the Leopard bike. I kind of rammed him a little bit there. Passed him though, and I'm up behind Matteo Ferrari. Getting a tiny bit of slipstream, pulling out as quick as possible. Passing him down the straight and coming up behind Fanate now. I've set the fastest lap of the race. Of course it's not a track record, we're in wet conditions here. Stupid game. Fanate, I've passed him. Bagnai, coming up behind Bagnai now. I'm into 15th place, I'm already up into the point scoring positions. What a move on Bagnai. I take much better line through there than the AI. Bastianini, who's I believe second in the championship in real life, who's not doing as well on this game, not programmed very well on this game. He's up in 13th place and I'm in 14th right now. He's my next target with John McPhee just in front of him, a Brit. I'm up behind Bastianini. I'm in his slipstream now. See if I can make a move into this next corner. I brake a lot later, absolutely carry the speed through, and try and pass McPhee at the same time. Sorry about that, McNee. What the hell am I talking about? I've Bastianini passed McPhee. I haven't passed Bastianini yet, but I have passed John McPhee, who's ramming me. McPhee, you fucking dilt! Why the hell are you ramming me? What is the point in him ramming me through there? That was just stupid of him. Inexperienced riding there from the experienced rider. That's actually ridiculous from him. I've passed him though straight away after the flashback was used. Now I have 4 laps to go with no flashback. That could be a problem. In the wet conditions as well. Around a circuit I'm not traditionally good at. But we're going to try our best. In 13th place right now. McPhee's probably going to come down the inside of me anytime soon. He's in my slipstream right now. Here he is. Here he's appearing now. He's going to probably ram me off the bike again. He's an idiot. Brake really hard and forcefully into that first corner. Slightly off the circuit, but I got away with it there. Oh, I felt the bike trying to fall off there. Vibrations on my controller. I nearly fell off, I believe. Locatelli, let's make a move onto Locatelli into this corner. Really clean overtake. Up behind Haneker. I'm going to go down the inside of Haneker. Bastianini's battling his way through the field. Since I've said he's not programmed well on this game, he's woken up a little bit. Bastianini is absolutely flying right now. He's up into 10th. When I caught him up, he was up in 13th place. Down in 13th place, and he's made a few positions up now. He's in 10th place. He's doing well for himself. Well, he's going to be in 11th when I pass him. I ran him slightly wide. I also ran myself wide. Oh, that was close. The back end stepped out on me. I could have fallen there. Just got a way of taking that line through there. I knew it wasn't a sausage curb. I knew I could take that line and not fall off. The spray is starting to disappear, so the track is drying up, but I don't believe pit stops are programmed into this game, so I don't think you pit and get dry tyres. That'd be wicked if you did, but I don't believe you do. There's a real bad dry line now on the circuit. So maybe the AI are going to slow down a little bit. Possibly, that might happen. I'm up behind Masbu now, in 10th place I am. Getting into the slipstream of... Is it Alexis Masbu? I'm not really sure. Masbu's making a move on Brad Binder, whose brother is now on the game after I did the download. I've done the fastest lap of the race, 142.9. That is a quick lap. At the start I think we was doing 148. I've just done a 142. I'm absolutely flying. I've passed Binder and Masbu there. Up into 8th. Antonelli, the next rider in front of me. I've made a move on him, a bit more of a forceful overtake. Oh, slightly onto the AstroTurf there. Nearly fell off. Got away with it though. Out onto the wet surface. Now we're coming across onto the dry part of the circuit. Have to go out wide to find the damp parts. I don't see much damp parts right now. I've come over to try and find one to see if I can keep the tyres nice and, well, not wearing out too much, to be honest. Antonelli's there down the inside of me. Antonelli has passed me back. I'm down into 8th place. Didn't think I'd be falling down the grid. I thought I'd be battling my way up the grid, not downwards. Here we go. Passed him back into 7th again. Can I catch Isaac Vinales and pass him as well in the remaining laps? Right, catching him I've nearly done already. Now let's see if I can pass him. He's slow into this final corner, so are all of the AI. I get a good run off the final corner, come out wide, hit the curb. Too far back for the slipstream to make too much of a difference to pass him here. So I'm just going to have to carry the corner speed through the first corner and make him move into the second corner, I think. However, I am gaining on him quite fast here. Oh, slightly off circuit here. Slight detour. Kind of what I said, but maybe not that way. And I've knocked him off his bike, and I do not have a flashback to use, so I'm really sorry, Isaac Vinales. Bit of a bad move there from me. I'm usually clean on this game, usually a clean racer. One of my contacts that happens once in a while. It does happen, you can't avoid doing it every single time. It does tend to happen once in a while. No one's the perfect clean racer on this game. It's impossible to do that. 6th place is not bad. Since I started 34th, 6th place is not bad at all. I couldn't get my words out there, sorry about that. So that's pretty good. I felt the bike going then. You just seen the back end step out on me. Nearly threw it to the floor, and I don't have a flashback. That would be a disastrous thing to do right now. I'm up in good points now. I may have a chance of a podium here. If I can string a good lap together next lap and get this last part of this lap perfect, maybe I can get a podium. That was good line through there. The track's fully dried out. That could be a problem. That could be a problem on these wet tyres. Maybe the AI are going to be slow. I'm hoping the AI will be slow because the track's dried out. I'm going to come across onto the wet line, hopefully. There's a wet line over here. I'm going to stay over here. Make sure my tyres don't eat themselves up. Come back onto the dry line and get a good line through this first corner, hopefully. Or just go horribly wide into the wet part. That's always a way of doing it. Up behind Esfrin Vasquez. Efren Vasquez. He's the next rider in my way. I need to pass him really quickly, and I'm probably going to make a move on to him into this corner. This is where I've passed a lot of AI. No, he stayed around the outside of me. He hung it around the outside. Good riding from Vasquez. I need to pass him. Get out the way. I ain't going to be able to get a podium now. Vasquez is holding me up now. I need to pass him. He is really holding me up, hindering my chances of a podium. Made a move on him, and he's trying to come back down the inside of me. And he's made the cutback work for himself. And he's looking behind. He knows I'm there. I've gone around the outside of him. Inside to that first part, and then the outside to the second part. Can I make a move and get these two riders in front and go for a podium? There's a possibility Jorge Navarro and I believe Quartararo could be passed, but not if I do that. That was terrible line through there from me. Now really just hold on to 5th. Hold on to 5th is now the objective. I can't catch them for the podium. Get the last corner right and hold on to 5th. And I do get the last corner right, but Vasquez gets a much better line off the corner than me. I come over to the wet part of the circuit. I might have better grip, and I hold on to 5th place in this race around Valencia in my final race on the Moto3 bike of the Leopard team. That is not bad, coming from 34th to finish 5th. And the world champions won another race. Danny Kent was just superb this season, and there was no catching him. We're going to press proceed. And there's the final standings. I finish in 4th place. 101 points behind Danny Kent, 269 points altogether. And Kent just ran away with the championship. Absolutely fantastic riding from Danny Kent. We're just going to press skip. Confirm. I could probably buy myself a bike in the top class, but to be honest, I'm not sure what I want to do. When I get to the top class, I don't really care about that. When we get to the top class, I'm considering, well, seeing if there's a chance of going on a Honda. I want a Repsol Honda, really. But if I've got to buy a bike for 1 year, then I will. But if I've got a chance of going straight onto the Repsol Honda, I will take it. Straight away, I'll take it. I'm not sure whether to take a private team in the second in Moto2. I'm not sure about that one. I might just stick to a team. I believe I've favorited IO Motorsports, or whatever they're called, IO2. Ajo or something like that, something along those lines. We're going to have a look now. Choose a contract. What have they offered me? Moto2, that's a decent-ish bike, I guess. That's Moto3, that's Moto3, that's Moto2, Moto3. So I've got a Tech 3 team. The team you expressed a preference for is still not interested in you. Okay. Do you know what? I might go for Sky, Valentino Rossi 46 racing team. But then that's... the only problem with that is that's Moto3. Or... if I... maybe I can take... I don't know what to do here. Tech 3 is the only possible Moto2 ride. I might have to take a Tech 3 ride here and then go on to a private team. Maybe the only option right now. And who's won the championship up in the top class? Looks like Lorenzo's won it. I believe that's over. And Tito Rabat's won that one. He won it on the final day from the looks of that. Good on him. But I'm going to see how much the bikes cost for a private team in Moto2. What bike's this? What's this? GP. Would it help if it told me what bloody team it's with? Oh, Moto3. That was me being stupid. Okay. I was being a bit retarded there. Credits. That's a lot of bloody credits. That is a lot of credits. And that costs quite a lot. To be honest, going on this Tech 3 bike here might be the best option, because the other bike that I've been offered is crap anyway. Well, what I'm going to do is I'm going to maybe customize this. Actually, that's really nice. I think I've done this before. Quite like that. Yeah, what I might do here is join a private team, you know? I might ride my private bike. And, yeah, because it's got the same ability as the other bike there. I might just go on my private bike and go through half the Moto2 season on that. That might be the best option for me, you know? How do I choose the private bike? I want a private bike. Anyone know how to choose a private bike to be your team? Because that's what I want to be on. I don't want to be on the I don't want to be on the other bike anymore. Right, that's going to be the end of this video. I'm going to try and figure out how the hell to do the private team thing. And I've been Chris12LFC. If you've enjoyed this, leave a like, and if you're new around here, subscribe.